Who first started in Jiu-Jitsu was my sister, then my father, just for see what's going on, who she's with. He started to do just for follow her, Then he started to like, then every single day he went there, they going together. Then they said, nah, you start going too, but I was like, 12, 11 years old, and just a kid, and just like to play. Then I started to go with them just for play, not serious. But with 15, I don't know why, but I remember that day, and I think, yeah, I wanna do that. Since my 15 years old to nowadays, every single day I train Jiu-Jitsu, and that's my life, I don't know how would be my life without the Jiu-Jitsu. So that's why I'm here, that's why I am with what I am today.
I think I was introduced very early in age. So always like playing, little things with my dad. And then as you grew up a little bit, you start going to the schools, and then you start playing with your cousins, your uncles, and naturally, during mixing plays and games, and you with the gi running around the mat. How that whole process starts. But it doesn't get to start becoming like a teenager that you start taking seriously and training every day. You have a different aspect of Jiu-Jitsu. Before they're just a game, you're just having fun, learning, going to the schools. It's a massive family, so it's the place that everybody gets together and, playing and learning. But I think, start 14, 15 years old, that suddenly you understand what you're part of it in a more mature way. And then I think it's the stage that you choose if you're gonna take it that for seriously or if you're gonna do something else, So I think that's what happened to me. Buchecha is a very strong fighter. He's a young kid. He just recently got his black belt maybe 2 years ago. But I think since he got it, he's been on the top of every tournament he's been competing. He just won the awards, absolute in his weight division. He fought against some pretty good guys and he overcome them all. So I'm sure I won't be taking him lightly. And I never fought him before, but he's a heavy guy that moves like a lightweight. His movement is really nice, and he has some pretty strong game.
I used to train in the morning.
Vai, vambora. 10 segundos. Vai tirar esse não. Segura, valeu, obrigado. Vai. A pelinha sai.
I used to live in Brazil, I trained all my life in Santos, my hometown, with my master Cavaco. Then Brazil is too hard to make a living, just with the sport. So that's why I left Brazil. And when I started making a living here, I knew these guys before, but not so much,
Não deixa ele no pé, não deixa ele no pé. Bora lá, Mela, vai fazendo o mesmo jogo, velho. Pra você conseguir puxar.
Started training these guys every week, 3 times a week. Then we start to be like a family,
Isso, vai pesando aí.
Falta 30.
Bora lá, Mela, vem pra cima, olha o Hulk.
I gotta thank these guys because I won, because I am alone, I'm nobody, I need my friends, my family to train. So my parents, they are in Brazil, so my friends, they are my family here, So before I accepted the fight, I asked them what they think, and if they would train with me. They said yes, of course, we are here for that. I said, all right, let's do it. I know when I'm gonna fight, so I look to eat like good, you know, healthy, and I always look to have lunch in somewhere like that, you know, so like health food too, not like a specific diets or something, but I just look to eat like good and right, you know. I don't need cut weight, so I eat a lot, you know, so but I eat really health, so like superfoods, like a lot of fruits, you know, health things. So and here you can do like easy, you know, in the United States. So now my diet's way better here than Brazil, you know. Just in the mat every day, all day long, you know, it's not good. We gotta go out, breathe, you know. So that's why I like to go to the beach and hanging out. Go to the beach, train, teach. So that's a great day for me, you know. Every day I teach at night. And you gotta feel, you hit it like his armpit, okay? So look, hip escape, bring, boom, break, okay? You gotta hit his back like a hammer. For what? For break his posture. Then are you good? All the time, look at his arm, and bring it to me. Now just pass the other leg over. The beat, train, teach, so that's a great day for me. Roger, nobody can say nothing. He's the number one for sure, you know. And his game is really simple, but is really efficient. He do the basic, he shows us how the Jiu-Jitsu, how the basic Jiu-Jitsu works. With just the basic Jiu-Jitsu, he shows not just me, but he shows the world how efficient is his Jiu-Jitsu.
I think my regular day consists, you know, usually I wake up 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning, then I have a very light breakfast, and there's a small private gym that I go do my Olympic lifting in the morning. That should take me about an hour, you know, an hour maximum. Then when I leave there, I'll probably in an hour or so be in the track. I'm gonna do some sprints. Sprinting for me, I felt that's a very important part of my training. You'll have to have very strong legs. So I think sprinting, it gives me that. It increases the strength of my body, of my legs, especially moments you need in the fight, you know, either the moment that you need to push a bit harder to catch, or you know, so you're in trouble, you need to explode to get out of something. I think that it helps me a lot.
Pode que você lá embaixo. Pode que você lá embaixo.
Almost pegando a bicicleta lá embaixo.
It's the most beautiful thing to see a man with a child. Any man and any child, they look just perfectly. But when you see a man and a child connecting in a special way, I think it's beautiful. Roger is very thoughtful and he's a very, very good father.
It was never about yourself anymore. I think that's the first and main thing. And I think in the other aspect is, I don't know, sometimes you think, you know, you want to make an example. Like, I'm not going to do this because of my kid, you know. Like, you something you want to build, thinking you're going to pass it on to him, or you do it thinking, you know, I'm going to do that example to my kid, you know, because that will influence him on his life. And so I have a kid now. What does the kid will think of me doing this? You know, so a lot of things you're like, man, I can't do that.
I think it's very important for him to be stimulated all the time, because something that you don't use, it just disappears.
I mean, it's very important for you to have people good people for you to train with. I never had like in my academy, a lot of people for me to spar with. I just have to do what I can with my students. Before, I used to go away for a long period of time before a tournament because I literally didn't have anyone to train all the time. But I think now they're getting better. I think I get away just being here, training with them. In this match, there's no points and submissions only.
It's a great opportunity for me. Everybody think like, oh, you won the world, so you should like just stop the fight. No, man, come on. I'm not gonna hide myself behind a medal.
I think I would expect to reach a good position, and don't let him escape. And try my best to submit him.
I respect him a lot, but I will do my best to win. So that's why I'm training. That's why I do everything that I'm doing.